Hello everyone, good afternoon. I figured I'd hop on Facebook Live and just share a bit with you because I realized I'd been making some excuses around why I haven't been doing it consistently. So here I am, showing up. Woohoo! I'm excited to be here with you. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about excuses. What else did I say? Self-doubt and big dreams. So oftentimes, I hear a lot of the women I work with, when they first come to me, they are convinced that they are confused about what their career path is going to be, or how they're going to make a difference in the world, or what their business is going to look like, or what their life needs to look like, or how they can find their purpose and their path and their mission and really make a difference in our world and contribute in a bigger way. And the beautiful part about that conundrum is that I see this as them really knowing what they want and just sort of running away from it a little bit. So oftentimes I'll hear women say, I would really love to do this, but I think I need to go back to school first. I need a degree. I need to have some more qualifications. I think I'm going to take another part-time job and learn this skill, XYZ, whatever. Going on and on, right? About all the things that we don't already know, other sources of validation that can give us a degree or a plaque or kind of give us that confidence boost that we need to think that we already know what we need to know in order to do something, in order to follow that dream, right? So a lot of times I'll hear women who say, I'd love to start my own business, but I think I need to go get a business degree first, and they're sort of just delaying the joy and the freedom that they could experience right now instead of doing it right now. And so we get caught in our own heads a lot, and we tend to doubt ourselves and doubt our ability to really follow through on the big dream, because it is a little bit scary. I'm just gonna move this here. So the big dream is scary, and that's why it's the big dream, right? It's why it is your mission in the world to do what it is that you want to do. And so we all are created differently. I was talking to my friend Meg at the pool this weekend, and we were just laying out, having great conversation, talking business and all other things. And she was sharing how her brother has always just been the type of person who is very content with stability. He wants stability. He's a dentist, and he loves having his family and his kids and all this stuff. And then she has always been sort of like a little bit of a rebel and has sort of marched to the beat of her own drum. And I find that that's the beautiful part of a lot of women's stories, is that we tend to just kind of like be wired in this beautiful way that we already sort of know what it is that we're here for. And we sort of know our mission, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, at a young age. And so I just want to encourage you today to look back on how you were as a child when you were like 5, sort of like developed your personality, maybe 7 years old, and think about what was it that you were doing? What was motivating you? What was driving you every day? What were you doing? For me, I was always performing and singing and entertaining people and getting creative and wanting to see people smile and wanting to see them happy and wanting them to be entertained, but just more alive in that way. So it kind of translates into what I do now as a women's leadership coach and sisterhood expert, where I bring women together in groups of sisters and really create that supportive system in that sacred space. And I used to do plays and like get dressed up, and I used to play different roles, and so it's very funny the way that that evolves. So yeah, Lynn says, I was always helping my mom with Girl Scouts and planning activities and helping other people. Yeah, and I'm sure, Lynn, that that translates a little bit, at least in some way, to what you're doing now, if you're feeling like you're in alignment with your true purpose. So yeah, I love it. And I think just knowing Lynn, I think she's definitely on that track. So she knows what that is and she's doing it. So yeah, I just wanted to pop on here today and share with you that so many times we make excuses, so many times we doubt ourselves and our capability and our power as women. And what I know to be true and what I see every single day with women is that they come to me and they're like, well, I know this is what I would do if I didn't have any barriers or limits, and if money wasn't an object, whatever, all the excuses that we come up with to stop ourselves from playing a bigger game. But I don't think it's that, because that might be like, who am I to really do that? Or I don't know if I can, I'm not really qualified, blah, 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 blah. We go on, we create all these excuses, we doubt ourselves. And the more we do that, the more we reinforce those belief systems and those patterns and those habits that tell ourselves that we don't have enough, we aren't enough already, we aren't powerful enough, we aren't capable of creating it, whatever it is. And the truth is, you are a powerful creator. You literally create the reality that you are living in every moment. You're creating with every thought, with every action, with every conversation, with every belief. Every single thing that you do that comes out of you is creating. So just keeping that in your consciousness today and this week and throughout the month and forever, that you are actually, your words are so powerful, your beliefs are so powerful, and in every moment you have an option to either choose to create something magnificent with your life, to create something that is in service of others, that to create something that is inspiring, to create something that is beautiful, to create something that is peace, to create something that is love instead of war and hate and fear and all of that stuff that is not helping us progress as a society or as individuals. And just remember that you are so powerful. You are creating it in every single moment. Anything that you want is yours. You can create it, and it will be yours for the taking, and there's nothing stopping you except for your own beliefs and doubts and excuses. So that's why I really love what I do as a coach, because I help people rewire those belief systems and get out of their own way. So when those beliefs, limiting beliefs and fears and self-doubt and excuses are coming up, I get to challenge that and say, is that really true? How do we know that that's true? And is that the reality that you want to create? Because if not, the choice is yours. The option is always yours. You don't have to live with that you've been told forever, or that most people believe to be true, or that, you know, truth is so subjective. And that's the beautiful part of being a human, is that we get to choose and decide exactly what our life is going to look like, and how we respond in the face of struggle and challenge, and who we become in the process. And it's always an option. It's always a choice. No matter what other people say, you are always co-creating your experience. You get to choose exactly what it looks like and who you serve in the process and who you become. So sit with that today. I'd love to know in the comments below this video, if you're tuning in live or later, what is your big scary dream? And share that with us, and let's just support each other and cheer each other on and let each other know that it's totally possible. My big dream 2 years ago was this. So, or maybe not 2 years ago, but like a year and a half ago was living in Charleston, was having my coaching practice be of service to more women, was working with women in sisterhood and private coaching, was having some programs that were pretty established so that I could fill them, and that there was a structure and a strategy to my year and the way that it would go in my business, and a flow to it, so that it didn't feel like I was constantly launching something or figuring it out. And I'm still, you know, business, you're pivoting all the time, and so that's inevitable. But there is more structure. When I left my full-time job in December of 2014, I literally had one client. I had $300 a month coming in, and now it's a lot different. Now my business has supported me to be here in Charleston and to be doing all the things that I'm doing, which I'm so, so grateful for. And in the process, I get to support more women and work with them to really help them create a better future for our world and for their own lives. And so the work I do is incredibly rewarding, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So that's my big dream. And moving forward, my big dream is to just continue doing that and make it even bigger, and to have so many more women that I'm able to be of service to, and yeah, to be able to just have more impact, and to be able to teach more women on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, to bring more women in to sisterhood together, and to really change the world from the inside out together as a collective. And know that we are so much stronger together, and that whatever you might need, it's always just waiting for you. So ask for it and you will receive it. So that's my big dream at the moment. I'm sure I could go on and on about that, but I won't bore you. So leave your dreams in the comments below. I want to hop on and see all of those and support you and cheer you on. And if you feel like you are really struggling and you want to know more about how to eliminate some of those self-doubts, some of those excuses, and really go for those big dreams, because like I said, you are so powerful. You can create that way faster and way better and bigger and sooner than you could even imagine right now. I see that all the time with women. We think that something is going to take us a year, and really if we got focused and intentional about it, we would be able to do it in like 3 months. And so we can cut our timeline down and make ourselves even more efficient and effective and get ourselves out there now instead of waiting and playing small, waiting for later, waiting for someday, waiting for to be more qualified, or whatever excuse we're making. Oftentimes when we say we want to wait for something, especially when we want to wait to take action on our big dream or to really start living our mission in the world in a bigger way, we're usually just playing small and making excuses because it feels too big or too scary right now, and we doubt that we are really fully capable, that we have everything that we need, and that we're supported enough to do it. So if you're in that place where you're feeling like, I'm not really sure, I know what this big dream is, but I know that realistically I'm probably not going to take action on it by myself, or realistically I make excuses and I know my patterns and it's time to change them so that I can really make this happen, instead of having it just be an idea and a dream, putting it into action, really being able to be of service instead of just kind of sitting on it and keeping it as your own dream, because in truth that's actually kind of selfish. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if I cut out, but it said I didn't have wireless connection. Anyway, so oftentimes it's actually kind of selfish, and I want you to think about it that way, to keep your dream to yourself and to not share it, to not live it, to not be the walking, talking, breathing, living example of something else, of a better world, really. So in changing yourself, you change the world. And so my intention is that we are all able to do that together as a collective, especially as women, men too, but my specific focus is helping women. And what I see is the power of sisterhood and the soul support that that offers, and the beauty of private coaching where we can really go deep. And so I have something really special that I'm offering right now. I'm so excited to dig back into this program. It's actually my signature program. It's called Freedom is Sexy, and I've extended it from an 8-week program, which it was in the past, to be 12 weeks because 8 weeks just felt a little too short, even though all the women had amazing like business plans by the time we were done with the 8 weeks and we're really connected in sisterhood. Felt like maybe an extra month would just add so much more value and really get you set, so that we could set up a plan for the next year or the next 6 months, or whatever our scope might be for whatever we're working toward for you and your big dream, and be able to have that plan in motion so we can touch base and hold you accountable after the program ends. So that's the deal with Freedom is Sexy. If you want to check it out, you can set up an application call with me, and we begin September 25th, the week of September 25th. So we have some time, but make sure if you're interested, you get those application calls scheduled, because those spots are limited and they're filling up. So if you think you might be interested in really putting your big dream into action, head on over to my website, emilycassel.com/freedom-is-sexy, and there's no hyphens or anything, just Freedom is Sexy. And yeah, I'm super excited about this. I'm adding modules and guest mentors and a book that we're going to be reading throughout the program together. So it's really more of a course now than it was before, but it still does include private coaching with me and Sister Circles Live with me as well, which no other programs offer that I'm offering anymore. So yeah, it's going to be amazing. And if you're feeling called, if it feels like something that you're interested in, make sure you go over to my website and schedule your application call. You can also message me on Facebook or send me an email at emily@emilycassel.com. But either way, I hope that you are inspired and feeling more alive and focused today after just considering what is your big dream and what are the excuses that you might be making to hold yourself back, or how are you doubting yourself or playing small in any other way, and how can we start to remove or at least chip away at some of those blocks that we're putting up for ourselves so that we can really take action and make things happen. Because you don't have a dream so that you can keep it to yourself. You have a dream so that you can share it with other people and make the world a better place. That's why you're sent here as a human being. And yeah, what a beautiful opportunity we have in this lifetime to create a better world for future generations. And if we were to all view ourselves as stewards of the planet and in a bigger way, right? And as really as leaders, how might that change our world, and how might that change how we show up on a day-to-day basis? So just consider some of that today, and hope you're having a beautiful, what day is today? Tuesday, right after coming back from Labor Day weekend. I know it's a little tough, at least for me. I've been taking some extra space that I didn't plan on taking, so if you're feeling it, I'm feeling it too. I'm right there with you. And yeah, I can't wait to hear from you soon, and I can't wait to hear your dreams in the comments below. So be sure to share so we can all support each other, celebrate, and lift you up, encourage you. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm feeling pretty good. I have to hop on a call now with a woman in Turkey, actually, which I'm really excited about. And we're going to be chatting about maybe this program, but maybe just her big dreams. We'll find out. Either way, have a beautiful Tuesday, and I will talk to you soon.